Border is a urban fantasy film directed by Ali Abbasi. Recently watched his film Holy Spider, which I thought was just only okay despite the subject matter. But this one's, I didn't know this was an urban fantasy. It says it's what does it say on the front? It says, this fairy tale is simply unmissable. So I knew there would be some fantastical elements to it. But this one is about Tina. She's a sort of Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon looking woman who has an incredible sense of smell. It's almost supernatural in the ability to smell emotions. So she works as a border guard, and she's, the best at her job because she can smell shame and guilt and, things like that. So she can sniff out when people have contraband based off if, they're sweating too much or whatever. And she goes above the and beyond the line of duty when she catches a pervert with a hidden SIM card that has some child pornography on it. So she is basically asked by her supervisor to help investigate the origin of the stuff, and she also finds a connection with a constant traveler named Vor, who's very similar facially to her and has his own secrets, but he decides to hang around and intrigue her. And basically she finds out more about her own origins because she's, occasionally visits her father who has Alzheimer's, and it's developing quickly, but she can't get answers from him. And this new dangerous, individual sort of starts disrupting her sort of easy life. She lives with a guy who doesn't touch her and things like that. And she has her own sort of like stagnant sort of, routine, but this guy is, sort of interrupting and sort of introducing her to new elements. And the movie does take some weird dark turns. Doesn't have the best resolution, but I like the themes and the acting's okay. It's a Swedish film, so it's like, subtitled and whatever, but just maybe a little bit more resolution at the end would have been better. But the movie's still really fascinating, even though it's weird. And if you were to take the same character and make them a vampire instead, like they smell stuff and they don't like the sunlight, it'd be very similar to that regard, but they use a different sort of fairy tale creature instead, which is cool. So even though it's not perfect, it's still intriguing, and I give Border a 6 out of 10.